Oh, we had an arrest in our field. That was quite... Oh, yes, a drug dealer. That was quite interesting, actually. His mate had dropped the drugs, made the drop up near our field shelter, and told him, obviously, where to collect it. And Collie alerted him, this Rasta, in army gear. Collie found him rooting around in the grass up by our shelter there, and took a bite out of his pants.
Well, this event attracts the drug dealers, the drug pushers, the ravers, the travellers, and you can't not but wonder, you know, why people don't recognise it.
Vivi went, obviously followed out to see what was happening. This man was very aggressive indeed, so Vivi came back. He said he was looking for his torch. Yeah, he was looking for his torch.
And they're going to walk through the excretia.
Collie!
Hey!
Neighbours like Bill Wootton and Anne Goode are closely united in their opposition to the festival, which is more than can be said for their dogs.
Sorry about that, Bill. Is she all right?
We get so many on here, round here, as they get up the festival. They come across, backward and forward all day and all night.
We see hundreds naked down there, all on the hedges. If I tell you what we see, make everybody's eyes stick out. We see it all. It's all down here.
Stand it on the windowsill.
Come here. Go your way.
We've had 20 years of it. Now there's a time that he moved the festival on somewhere else. Let somebody else have it.
Going back to him because he's played at the Albury Festival for a great number of years. I'd never been there before.
No. Are we not? I hope not. I didn't bring that from. Well, no, it's your fault, being in three choirs. Well, don't deprive the rest of us. Come on. I think Martin's waiting at the field.
Bye-bye. Now, my band is not cut. My mate Mark's band was not cut. He just pulled it off his hand. That's all we want is his band back. We can't afford to pay more money.
Yeah, who's got his band? You got his band.
Yeah.
Can
Can you just check the band? Can you just check it? Look, it hasn't been cut. All right, it's stretched. I'm sorry it's been stretched. Look, they pulled it off his wrist.
That may be the one who took off you, mate.
It's been stretched. That's mad.
Yeah, exactly. That may be the one who took off you.
It's been off his hand. It haven't been cut. It haven't been cut, right? It is cut. Doesn't matter about stretch. I can stretch mine now, and you're going to take it off.
We have the rate.
Yeah, if they've been cut.
Not after being tampered with.
It's been stretched. I know it's stretched. If it's been cut, fair enough. They told us when we come out, like if they've been cut off. I'm sorry it's a bit stretched, but he pulled it off his hand.
Yeah, you've come a long way. Well, so where'd you buy your tickets? From Topsy? In Edinburgh?
In Edinburgh,
In Edinburgh, yeah.
Is this going to be called Worthy Henge?
No, it's not a henge. It's a stone circle.
Right.
Stonehenge has got bits on the top. You know that?
I didn't.
No.
The people who came here 20 years ago wouldn't recognise the event now. Those innocent days have been hijacked by drug dealers who've moved onto the site from all over the country. So now a large private security and police presence is required, both in uniform and undercover. The village of Pilton lies next to the festival site, and for most of June was effectively sealed off by the police. From all over the country, groups of travellers came in convoys, moving westwards through Somerset with a single intention of getting into Michael Eavis's festival, where they're no longer welcome. 7 years ago, Stonehenge became a no-go area for all the New Age travellers. And for a while, they were allowed to hold an alternative festival on the Pilton site. For a few years, all went well, but in 1990, violence erupted between the travellers and the security guards, and riot police were called in.
There were too many of them in 1990. There were thousands and thousands of them. I mean, they just overran the whole place, and they created anarchy and hatred and bitterness and everything. We gave them a site, we gave them firewood, we did this and did that. We even gave them a telephone, you know, so we could talk to them about what was going on over there, but no, it didn't work. You know, they're so bitter and so anarchistic that I decided in 1990 that was the end of the convoy.
This place here is getting as bad as Stonehenge, and it should not be allowed to happen. If he's having a party for hippies and travelling type folk, then he should have it. If he can't put it on for the people that are travellers, then he should have an alternative accommodation, which we're quite happy to accept. He won't even do that for us. Well, he said he would do it for us, but, you know, he's just lied.
They caused £50,000 worth of damage. They burnt 5 Land Rovers, and I mean, there's no way that we could possibly take them on again. The ones that are bad, they're really bad. I mean, they beat up people that were asleep here in 1990, and I mean, they're terrible things that you wouldn't expect in a war condition. You wouldn't expect behaviour like that, would you?
The villagers of Pilton have had to come to terms with the annual invasion of their well-ordered and structured lifestyle. Although the lanes were much quieter this year, there was still a feeling of unease born of previous experiences when festival goers caused disruption in and around the village. At this time, the villagers come together and take it in turns to keep a watchful eye on their beloved church.